Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
The Ultimate Movie Championship, episode 86 from IDP 358. This is the show where Keith Spurlock and I sit down. We're given two movies at random from flickchart.com, and we must argue and fight over which of those movies is more deserving to be put on top of our ultimate movie list, which you can find over at flickchart.com/IDP. Let's see how it all plays out in this episode right now. I've not seen Zombie Strippers. Sorry, Keith. I know that's your favorite jerkin material from back in 2008.
Jenna Jameson and Robert Englund.
Ooh. The Departed versus Elf.
The Departed.
The Departed. I agree. The movie Scorsese won an Academy Award for, despite should have having won it for so many other movies.
Chasing Amy. Classic Kevin Smith movie versus Mission Impossible, the first.
The OG.
Chasing Amy.
I really like the first Mission Impossible. I like a lot of the Mission Impossibles. They're not all great, but there's a lot of really fun ones. And that one was iconic.
For me, it's definitely Chasing Amy on this one.
Chasing Amy. I'll go Chasing Amy. It is one of my more favorite Kevin Smith movies.
It was probably his most dramatic of the early movies.
Yeah.
I've never seen The Raid.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
That's what I've heard from a lot of people.
It's a fun action movie. Space Jam. Almost did both. Man, that's a bummer. I heard The Raid 2 is actually even
better,
ramped up. Yeah,
I've heard it's just. I mean, it's just action scenes.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like I don't really watch. I have to be in a mood to watch just pure action movie. Like I need a little bit more. Like a John Wick has a little bit more than just action movie. Or it's done in a way that you just haven't seen, like Equilibrium.
It's like the opening video of every World Star fight comp.
Yeah,
it's like The Raid.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Or it's just
clips of movies.
Like the craziest action choreo.
Or like Ong Bak. There's a lot of them. Punch Drunk Love versus Space Jam.
Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love. The most dramatic and probably one of the best performances from Adam Sandler. You know? And probably one of my least favorite of that director, but still I enjoy that movie.
Were you the one that was telling me that they kept having to tell him to fucking chill out?
Yeah. The director kept telling him to calm down.
Like you're playing a fuck.
Which it was.
An emotionally disturbed person, not a fucking crazy person.
Yeah, you're not playing a cartoon character. Ghost Rider, the fucking what was his name?
Nicolas
Cage. I have seen that. Versus Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which I have seen as well. And there's, first up, Ghost Rider's not going to beat shit.
No, it's terrible.
It is horrible.
I'll go Eternal Sunshine.
Shunshine?
Sunshine.
Die Hard 2. That's a weird 58 minutes. Poor Vivier. 58 minutes, you see.
One Hard 3? One Hard 2? Die Hard 2?
Bruce. Phone Booth. I don't know how I got Bruce from Phone Booth.
Oh, Bruce Willis.
Oh, that's probably yeah, my brain. Die Hard 2 versus, like, out of the original Die Hard's the weakest of the first three. Versus Phone Booth, a movie that takes place mostly in a phone booth.
Die Hard 2.
Yeah. You seen The Booth's a Phone?
Yeah. Colin Farrell.
It was done at the right time, like as phone booths were becoming things that nobody knew anything about.
I'll never answer a random phone booth that fucking starts ringing when I'm walking by it.
Yeah. Payphone? Well, good luck finding a payphone, first off.
I think there's one by the Conoco.
Every once in a while I'll see one, but I don't know. Like, a lot of the times when I'll see them, it's just like there's no actual phone. Just like the phone and the cord, the headset. Actually, I haven't seen a phone booth.
Oh, a booth?
Probably
booth?
ever.
No.
They don't have those in the desert. Those are called death traps We go, oh, let's go into a. Although in
Hey, do you guys have a sauna in here I could just instantly pass out in?
according to Anchorman, they had him back in the 70s because he was
Trapped in a glass
Yeah.
case of
I
emotion.
never saw any in San Diego, but I could see some on the coast. A little cooler there.
Ransom!
Which we saw a trailer for the Halle Berry. No, Halle Berry? Was it
Yeah.
Halle Berry?
Yeah, it was Halle Berry
Ransom.
version.
Which
Kidnap.
I heard that was supposed to come out like 2 years ago. Or
Rated
something. Keeps getting
R?
pushed back. Well, yeah, she fucks her kid before it gets stolen. It's not actually her kid. She's one of those teachers, but the
Who
kids
plays
are like
fucking
way younger.
hide and seek at an amusement park with their fucking. Like, just from the preview, I was like, you deserve to lose your kid, bitch.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why it keeps getting pushed back, from what I heard. But the original Ransom versus Mr. Deeds.
Mr.
I had to go
Deeds.
Ransom. I don't like Mr. Deeds. Ransom was fun. It was okay.
Ransom wasn't fun.
Well, it was like
Wasn't
for what it
fun.
was. It was good. It was good. It was good. Mr. D. I don't like anything about Mr. Deeds. There's nothing about Mr. Deeds I give a fuck about. Out of the Adam Sandler movies I have seen of his, and not
True, but out of the Mel
skipped on,
Gibson movies, I mean, what's Ransom on that? Like,
better than Mr. Deeds. Like, I mean, Adam Sandler hasn't done like Mel Gibson's done great shit. Like
Yes.
he did Braveheart.
and that
versus
that new Daddy's
Mr.
movie
Deeds.
that you
Sure.
want to see so much.
That's the trailer for that I've seen so much. Is better than Mr. Deeds. Just that
It's
trailer
also
alone.
better than Ransom. Ransom is not. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
It was your basic like fucking
Taken.
my kid, yeah, but like
Give me back my son.
yeah. Except for Taken's like, oh, I'm a superhero. I'm gonna go fucking kill a bunch of people as an old man. It was like there were more dramatic moments where he's like arguing with people and shit. But yeah, he's fucking Mel Gibson. Of course, he's gonna. Payback is kind of close to that movie too. Just like fun.
The other one
action
that
movies.
came out like right around this time, where like he was like
Payback.
Was that the conspiracy theorist?
Oh, no, conspiracy theory with
Roberts.
yeah, Julie Roberts.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one way better than Ransom.
Me too. But we're comparing Ransom to a movie. I'd watch if those two things are on TV. I'm not fucking watching Mr. Deeds. I'll put Ransom on. It's like at least I know it's gonna be like
I would
a decent movie.
rather watch Mr. Deeds, honestly.
I mean, we can go to the numbers. We'll see.
Might
But
as
I'm
well.
not. There's
Ransom will probably win Mr. Deeds. I'm
Like-
sure Mr. Deeds has got a terrible, but
Get
I
the
really
Gringo.
don't-
I would choose over Mr. Deeds, which is the
Wow,
worst.
that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, Mr. Deeds is dog shit. There's nothing good about Mr. Deeds. The only thing that sticks in my head about that dog shit movie is the scene that's in the trailer where he stabs him in the fucking
He's got a
Blackfoot,
black foot.
which is stupid. It's got the perfect Blackfoot. Like if you have fucking frostbite, that shit's not looking like just a black foot.
You would have had to have that shit cut off.
Yeah.
You don't just
Yeah.
keep a black foot.
But that was the whole thing. It's like,
But
oh,
it's
he's
also
a fucking,
an Adam Sandler movie, and it's ridiculous.
not a good Adam Sandler movie though. This was like way after good Adam Sandler. Like this is
Let's be
Big
clear.
Daddy was
Happy
was one of his-
Gilmore is,
yeah.
while we
Way
find it
funnier.
hilarious.
yeah.
No, it's
Mr.
better
Deeds
than
is
this. But
dog
I'm
shit.
saying it's also a
Very
terrible fucking movie.
It is what it's trying to do. It does really well.
Chubbs
It's being a-
Peterson, I have a fake wooden hand.
It's a-
Why's your arm a foot and a half longer
It's
than
an
the other?
SNL
It's 'cause
fucking
I'm
comedy.
fucking holding on to a
It's
fake
every
foot and
single
what-
SNL comedy. They're all fucking just corny ass, whatever. But they're fun. Some of them are funny. This isn't funny. This is a comedy that's not
You know,
funny.
Will Sasso
versus a-
was
a
in
thriller that's
Happy
thrilling.
Gilmore, and it was like his first. He was like 19.
Cool.
He was one of the
I would
movie
go.
guys.
I would go so many of Adam Sandler's shit over Ransom, but not
I
Mr.
agree.
Deeds.
Look it
Mr.
up.
Deeds is like
Let's see it.
one of his worst movies.
No.
I like his Netflix shit way better than Mr. Deeds.
No.
Yeah. Click is about as good as Mr. Deeds.
We're drawing a line there.
Let's see, Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds is not good.
No, I'm sure it's terrible.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
22%.
22%.
Yeah, I get it.
No, I'm not. I wasn't expecting it, but I don't think
But I'm
Ransom's
saying I
gonna
don't
be.
like Ransom.
Sure.
I'd rather watch that. I mean, sure, Ransom was like 50 something, 75. Damn.
You took my son.
Give me back my son. Pi, the weirdest fucking movie you've ever seen, versus The Sound of Music. It's a musical about Nazis.
I'm going Pi.
Yeah.
It's like Sound of Music. As far as musicals that my mom loved, that I didn't give a fuck about. If it was Mary Poppins, I might have some different. If I
My
had a spoonful of
sister
sugar.
did the musical when she was in high school, and I mean, I went because I kind of had to. Red River, not for me. Lost World. That's the second one.
Lost World, Jurassic Park versus Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Scotty Pilgrim.
Lost World is probably the second worst of the franchise.
Yeah, that's why I picked Scotty Pilgrim.
The newest
Which
one
is
is
a
the
fun
worst.
movie.
Scotty Pilgrim's the best. Fucking
Edgar
Baby
Wright?
Driver. Yep.
Damn it.
Fucking great director. Artist.
Artist.
No, like,
Not a,
you look at those two movies, aside from the music,
totally.
stylistically,
Everything's different.
yeah, you can go
but
fuck
it's
yourself.
also both magically works in the context.
You can tell that they were both made by him. Like, once you understand his sensibility for movies and music and certain scenes.
I would say between those two movies, yes, but maybe not the Cornetto trilogy.
There's scenes in it
There
that
are
kind of hint at
there are
it, but
small
yeah.
clips in it that allude to what he really is.
Those are like his Marvel movies where they all kind of look similar and kind of feel similar actors too in all of them.
Well, the same actors.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty
there's
much.
I think the last one there's some different. I don't
There's
really
Simon
like the
Pegg
last
and Nick
one.
Frost.
Yeah. Scott Pilgrim
For
versus
The World.
yeah. If that was the first
It was
Jurassic
so fun.
Park,
It was really fun.
Yeah, I love
like
that
the first time, like I really didn't watch it until like a couple years later, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
I think I rented it, but I heard like Comic-Con there was a big thing, and like
I wasn't.
They did,
I
like,
wasn't
a
on the
secret-
internet in those days,
Right.
and I was just like, "Oh, this is a movie." I'm like, "Oh,
Edgar Wright showed up at Comic-Con San Diego, and they're like, "Hey, everybody in Hall H, let's go across the street to the movie theater and watch it right now." And then they had the DJ, one of the DJs that's in the movie, do performance as everybody's kind of coming in, and then boom, everybody got to see it, like surprise screening for everybody.
Well, Kevin
It'd be
Smith
like,
kind of got
shit.
fucked out. Like the other year, he was like at Hall H, like right behind J.J. Abrams, and it was like, "Hey, everybody,
Yeah.
we're having a fucking concert outside, and you're all invited."
Oh, the Star Wars one.
Yeah,
A friend of mine went to that with her.
and
now
he's
husband.
and so
Yeah.
Kevin got in there, and he's like, "There's like 30 people," and they're like, I mean, are you? I would be like, "Are you gonna do anything really awesome?" Because like I kind of want to go with the J.J. Abrams thing,
yeah.
but I'm staying. I'm waiting.
Oh,
So
Kevin Smith's all of a sudden gonna beat Star Wars?
yeah.
No.
No, he's the biggest Star
He's-
Wars
I
fan.
know.
He
That's the
wanted
thing.
to go.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I want to go too.
Oh, well, I guess
like,
that sucks
can we,
for him,
Can we
but-
all go?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how about let's all
Literally,
go?
that's what he should have done. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you guys are here? Let's all go.
Yeah. Can
We're
we
gonna go
all
too.
just like let's go?
I know you guys are fans of me and probably will dig this, and sad that you missed it. So let's all go. Although they
Yeah.
had like the group that went, there was like stormtroopers like guiding everybody through the town to the, because it was on like a pier, and they did like a fireworks show or laser show or some shit. It was like a crazy thing. But yeah, that was the Scott Pilgrim screen. But it would be crazy. Imagine going to like Comic-Con, super geek status, have to go to Comic-Con, wait in those day-long lines to get into Hall H, and for Edgar Wright, assuming that's what you're waiting for, because a lot of people just wait through the whole day.
Well, here's the other thing. Like people that get like good seats at those things, like they're first in line before the doors open. They're also
People camp out for days.
I know.
Yeah.
And they're also walking straight to Hall H, bypassing anything that they would have seen in the convention.
Yeah, you can't see
And then
anything
just
else. You have to be in
stopping
line the whole time.
Right there.
Yeah.
And then being like, okay, now I wait a day.
From what I heard, a lot of the previous ones were all a lot of girls. Like, a lot of people got pissed off at Twilight because it was just a bunch of girls, and Twilight was like late in the day. So like all the early panels nobody can get into because there's a bunch of fucking tween bitches getting their periods for the first time waiting for Twilight panel.
Like just
People were
sitting in
pissed.
the hall the whole day?
Because that's what you do. Because you have to wait for days just to get in. And once you get in, if you leave, that seat's available. So people get in and wait there all day.
Just be holding a big cup and peeing.
I've never had any
blatantly
desire.
peeing in it.
I've never had any desire in my life to go to Comic-Con. Never ever. It's like, oh, you want to go? And like, going to the UFC Expo. It's like, I don't like being around a lot of people. You can go fuck yourself. Oh, stand in line with a bunch of people. Oh, 2 things that I don't want to spend my life doing. Oh, I'm gonna be, like, imagine going to like fucking like a big music festival, and all you did at that music festival was stand in line.
I lived
without any music.
I lived 50 minutes away from the #1 amusement park in the world. Cedar Point.
Yeah.
And it's an awesome place, and you get to do awesome things, but you also ride the line ride for most of your day.
The only time I ever went to Six Flags or any of that shit was like during the weekday during school, and where it's dead and you can just kind of go on all the rides.
And no,
every other time
get me wrong, because
down.
it was so close.
Yeah.
I got days like that.
Yeah.
And that was awesome.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
It's the only time to go.
But
at least you get a ride at the fucking end of the line.
You do.
Go to a fucking convention. Oh, I'm getting an autograph worth nothing on a fucking headshot.
Yeah, I will say, like, there was, I guess, I remember
I'm talking about the UFC Expo, by the way, not necessarily comics where they are collectible shit.
But a couple years ago, like at Comic-Con, there was like the Marvel Hall H. It was like they pulled out every fucking Marvel star.
Sure.
And, like, it did a panel, and I'm like, that would have been fun to go to. And
sure.
Or the one year Tom Hiddleston came out in his full Loki costume.
I remember.
Or to see the Bryan Cranston, who'd worn his own latex mask, like, you know, one of those realistic looking masks.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, Walter White. And he gets up on the panel and he takes it off and it's actually him.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, like that'd have been fun.
Sure.
Like,
but knowing the reality of what it's going to be like.
Knowing
it's like,
that you had to stand in line for fucking a day and a half to see that, fuck that.
Yeah, and this is like
not worth it.
Like, if I didn't go to Coachella and see the Chili Peppers, knowing that I could have, I would have been bummed, right? But the reality of going to Coachella in the desert, it was back when they only had 1-day passes.
Right.
It was the next day was the Rage Against the Machine reunion, which I just got back to San Diego when another friend from the desert called and said she had an extra ticket. And I was like, I'm already 3 hours away.
I would have turned around.
I wouldn't have made it in time. The show would have been over.
That sucks.
Yeah, it would have been impossible.
Like, Cleveland was 3 hours away from me.
Yeah.
During concert days, and I went to a concert, drove back home, and the next day someone's like, "Bro, I got a free ticket for you tomorrow if you give me a ride."
But the weather is summer in the desert, so it's 110 degrees.
1,000 degrees
outside.
1,000.
I was dehydrated because I got wasted the day before, so I'm hungover, dehydrated, outside in the desert, where every person that's never been in the desert and lived there, like, every time you complain about how fucking hot it is, it's just like, I can't listen to you. You don't know what hot is.
But
never experienced hot. This is warm. But it's like, I get it. You've never experienced it. I haven't been like 30 below. I get it. I haven't experienced it. But I'm also not complaining. It doesn't really get cold here, but it's like, I'm just saying.
I have been in Houston in the middle of the summer quite a few times.
Sure.
With humidity.
Sure. Now,
like,
go outside.
110 with humidity.
Now go outside all day after being dehydrated and drunk and all that shit.
Yeah.
And
I agree with you.
And towards the end of the day, when it gets cooler and shit, you can go fuck yourself with it getting cooler, because it's like billions of people packed in. By the time you're at the fucking final thing, everybody's there. You look behind yourself, where 8 hours ago was just a field of emptiness.
Yeah.
Every single person that you could pack into that field is now in, and it's like a mile of people behind you, and it's like, you can't. There's no air.
There's zero air. You're breathing other assholes' carbon dioxide, and it's hot as fuck because it's bodies on bodies. And then you get to watch a show that it's like, cool, I was at Coachella, I got to see my favorite band perform. But the situation can go fuck itself because I'm never going to do that again. Never going to do that again.
20-year-old me loved.
You could pay me $1,000 to go to a fucking festival.
Love to do shit like that.
Yeah. I was in my 20s.
Once I got
late
to
20s,
once I got to like late 20s, I was like, no. I just like I've been at metal shows where it's literally we're really breaking the fire code for like
I can't imagine.
You can't even like literally I have to just shove everyone out of my way
That's
to
what it
get
was like.
anywhere.
Yeah. And then you look behind you and there's like
and everyone
people.
just fills your vacuum. It's instant.
Yeah, it's the worst.
And
it's just sweat.
It's
the most humid because everybody's
everyone's
fucking
sweating.
Is evaporating and there's
middle
no
of
oxygen.
summer inside a bar.
People passing out all over the fucking
Metal
place.
shows especially are bad for BO because a lot of
Coachella's great with deodorant.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine any like even if you like Warped Tour, stinky people. Like I went to Ozfest, stinky people.
I bet Lilith.
All of them. I can't think of like even Oddball, a comedy festival that I don't know if it's still doing. I would imagine stinky motherfuckers.
Comic-Cons are notorious
Stinky
for that.
motherfuckers.
Sweaties.
Fucking UFC Expo, which doesn't exist anymore. Stinky motherfuckers. They don't do that anymore.
You know what? I went to the Arnold Classic a lot of years. No one stunk. But it was kind of like because they were all like Axe body bros, so like
right. Actually,
it stinks, but in like a not terrible way. I'd rather smell a bad perfume than
love the scent of bodybuilders, the pheromones
then I would rather smell. I would
off.
rather smell bad Axe than a bunch of people with terrible BO all at once.
I hate Axe, man. First off, Axe is way too strong. Like working in a kitchen, the only scent that penetrates everything. You can smell somebody wearing Axe spray coming up, and the majority of people that I notice that wear Axe spray, it doesn't do anything for their body odor. It is a giant battle, and Axe. It's like taking a shit in a bathroom and then spraying whatever bullshit they got in there. It's like I can smell both of these things really strong right now. They're teamed up.
The only body spray I've ever had, it's usually been Axe, and it's mostly because my mom every Christmas thinks that's what.
When I was in my early 20s, I did the Axe thing for a minute.
No,
but
here's the thing:
I can't do it. Even wearing it.
I knew instantly.
Yeah,
like it's literally. That's it, and then you don't spray it on yourself. You spray it in front of you, walk through it. It's just for me,
no, that's not how you did it. Smart. The reality is, people saw the commercials and they're like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna get laid."
But
they're all the like douchebags too. It's
they
like
are.
You could see them.
But for me,
you
I
smell
just
them
use
coming.
it as it's like, hey, I probably
cologne. Use it as cologne.
I probably smell like weed. Let me just spritz this real quick, and then I just
cologne.
Huh?
Cologne.
No, because people still fuck cologne up. People
But
still
first off, cologne
slappy,
not as strong.
Slappy.
Axe spray is concentrated fucking cologne. That's all it is. It's super concentrated.
Spraying it on you is
if you use as much
idea.
Axe as you do cologne, which people do, you can go fuck. And that's not like you should
Cologne
be doing one spray of cologne.
Cologne should literally
That's
be drop on my hand, back over, put it down, slap hands together.
Sure. It's like
rub
one spray
somewhere.
Yeah, it's a spray.
You should not douse.
No.
Douse.
You can. You're covered in way more cologne to smell as strong as Axe is. Like Axe is just way like the smallest amount of Axe is so pungent, but it doesn't cover up anything. I still smell all of the body odor that comes with the Axe.
Yeah, but I don't have body odors, so mine is just like, hey, slightly not smell like weed.
Yeah, but use it as a cologne. That's it.
I've sprayed it in our bathroom a couple times, and you probably never noticed. It's not.
Smells like shit. I mean,
But again,
yeah,
like lit.
Yeah, for sure.
8 Mile versus Underworld. Were we paying? One more.
You chose that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 8 Mile.
Yeah,
I really like 8 Mile. Way more than I should. It's like almost a guilty pleasure.
yeah. For you,
Feels weird.
That's a little.
I really like it. War Games versus Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come and take it away from you.
Field
the
of
government.
Dreams.
I gotta go War Games.
What? Say what?
I grew up with War Games. One of those. I mean, I technically grew up with both of these movies, but War Games, like, you know, I mean, early computer hacker nerd guy. Would you like to play a game?
One of the best.
You know,
Kevin Costner.
They're both great movies. These are two classics for me. Two classics. Grew up with
James
both
Earl
of them.
Jones.
Sure.
I love baseball. I was a baseball player as a kid.
Come on, man. One of the few. One of the
a
proud.
computer hacker in
No, but I'm saying
1983.
fucking Broderick, Matthew Broderick, fucking Ferris Bueller.
It's a great
one of the
for
two
him.
movies that I loved him in. Yeah, it was a great movie, Field of Dreams. If I didn't hate baseball when it came out,
I love baseball.
I was into baseball for a while, and then I got burnt out because everybody's like,
I
everybody
played-
in my family
I
expected me to be
literally
great at baseball.
played competitive baseball from 4 to 17.
Yeah, no, I burnt out early. T-ball, fuck you, or coach pitch.
We didn't
Fuck
have
you.
T-ball. It was always coach pitch.
Right, T-ball is before coach pitch.
Yeah, but T-ball wasn't even a thing where I was from. You started
Right.
coach pitch at 5.
Sure.
And I got to start at 4 because my dad decided to coach my team for like the first year.
Yeah.
And so then I got like a year head start. Anytime you get a head start on sports from other kids,
Yeah.
you're gonna be way better. Like
Yeah.
any-
It's the same with
anybody-
everything in life.
anybody
It's called
that-
experience.
Exactly. Anybody that's got a kid who does professional sports or whatever,
Yeah.
like you have to groom them. It's not like they're just like that naturally talented that they can just grab it. And
They
fucking
may be
pick it up.
naturally coordinated
exactly
or athletic,
but they you
but
have,
you have to train the skills.
train the fucking
There's
shit.
technique.
and it's rough. But
That's
whatever.
the thing. Art's the same way. Motherfuckers are just like, oh, I can just do this.
Yeah.
They don't respect anything. Like, you hear it all the time. Like, every time Al Madrigal's on Kill Tony, and there's some fucking actor that goes up on stage that's clearly acting some monologue that they wrote that they thought was going to be funny. And he just goes off. It's like, you don't fucking respect this art form. There's fucking people that are coming up here to try and be comedians, not just trying to do something before gigs, between gigs. Like, you have to put your time in. Like, you're not, like, consistently comics say, at least 10 years before you fucking even think about putting shit out.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you listen to, like, Bert. Love Bert. He's a guy that started super early, and he hates all of his early shit. But it's just like, he got a lot of heat early on, and then wasn't able, he didn't have the experience to fucking.
But he rebounded.
Oh, I mean, yeah, he's done well. He's like Forrest Gump. He falls into, like, he did the TV. It was Will Smith discovered him.
I know, and that's why I'm saying
It's fucking crazy.
Field of Dreams wins.
No, that's why War Games wins.
No, take it to the judges. And we're ending this
is
podcast.
very much a taste fucking. I just yeah. I don't give a fuck about baseball.
This got meandering.
Baseball is
Shit.
so boring. You could watch.
We're
three
just so
other
excited
sports.
about seeing a good movie.
Sure. I mean, it's whatever. Field of Dreams. We get lost. in-
Frilled?
Hey, don't.
Fi-
If
fr-
you spell it, they will not come.
Frilled?
I mean, I can't see it, so I'm just like I'm looking through a mic. Field of. And I don't know how to spell either. Field of Dreams comes in at a huge score, 86.
86.
Not as big as I thought it would be.
86. It was fan and critic.
Very consistent, above board
Yeah.
about
it's
a
like,
movie
hey, we like this movie.
that came out. I don't know how, like, when movies came out before Rotten Tomatoes was the thing.
How
like
does
their
that
metrics.
retroactively?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we still go with it clearly because we
But
don't have
people
anything
do
else.
retroactively review
Sure,
movies.
but it's like,
Who
we talk
are-
about movies from our childhood. We're way more generous in reality If you're a critic, I wouldn't call myself a critic.
Never-ending story.
Yeah, but that one's okay. That one's good. That one holds up. Wait, what was the other one? Field of Dreams and
The
War of
Labyrinth.
Games. Game of War. What? No, War Games.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was right there.
Not one word, but whatever. It worked.
War Games.
93. Wow. Wow.
It's a good movie,
It
man.
is. No, I'm not. I'm not discounting it.
I don't know if you've revisited it any time recently, or if I don't know where you're basing your. Not that.
Would you like to play a game?
Yeah. War Games. Good on you. All right, that was it. People.
Send it.
We're done.
That was the weirdest
Go
version
check out
of UMC. that
Tangentially speaking about movies, we were talking about movies.
we were kind
You
of.
know? No, we were. It was all movie related. I mean, at least that's how it started. You know, I don't know how it all ends. I just remember sometimes how it's. I don't know.
Get yourself some amazing coffee from an independent brewer out in Thetford Center, Vermont. That's right. StationHouseCoffee.com is where you go. Follow Station House Coffee on Instagram to get your small batch, single origin, premium coffee. Order it online and get it shipped directly to you. Let them know the Ray Taylor Show sent you. Go over to StationHouseCoffee.com today and order yourself some coffee, and follow Station House Coffee on Instagram. Make sure you follow Keith Spurlock on Twitter at KeithSpurlock1. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/InspiredDisorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at InspiredDisorder.com. Follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!